Most marketing funnels don't fail loudly, they don't crash, they don't suddenly stop working, they don't throw obvious errors. They stall. Traffic still comes in, content still goes out. People still watch, read and scroll, but nothing really moves. And that's usually not because the funnel is broken, it's because something inside it is misaligned. When marketing isn't working, the instinct is almost always the same. Add more. More content, more ads, more channels, more tactics. On the surface, that feels logical. If things aren't moving, increase volume. But adding volume to a misaligned funnel doesn't fix the problem. It just makes the frustration louder, because the issue was never activity, it was momentum. A funnel's job isn't to capture attention. Attention is easy. A funnel's job is to carry a potential customer forward, from awareness to understanding to confidence to a decision. And when that forward movement breaks, everything starts to feel harder than it should. Let's walk through what this actually feels like from the perspective of a potential customer. Someone discovers your brand. They see a video or a post or an ad. It resonates. They nod along. They feel understood, so they click. Now they're on your site. And this is where most funnels quietly fall apart. They scroll, they skim, they look around. They're not confused, they're just waiting for a signal. What am I supposed to do next? And if that answer isn't obvious, momentum dies right there. Not because they weren't interested, but because the funnel asked them to do the thinking. Nothing has gone wrong here. The content did its job. The traffic arrived, the brand didn't repel them, but the funnel didn't decide for them. And direction matters more than persuasion, because most people don't want convincing, they want certainty. You see this done exceptionally well by companies that design funnels as journeys, not assets. Take Amazon. Amazon don't rely on persuasion, it relies on friction removal. Add to basket, review, checkout. At no point are you asked to decide what to do. You're only deciding whether to continue. That's not accidental, that's engineered progression. Now here's where most underperforming funnels quietly break. When results dip, content increases. More posts, more videos, more emails. But content without direction doesn't build momentum. It builds noise. People consume, but they don't progress. Busy marketing is not effective marketing. What most underperforming funnels get wrong is this. They deliver disconnected content with no sense of progression. You can see the opposite done well by brands that understand sequencing. Take HubSpot. They don't just create content, they design progression. Education leads to tools, tools lead to demos, demos lead to decisions. Nothing feels rushed, but nothing feels accidental either. That's how funnels keep moving without forcing anyone. Let me make this practical. Let's look at a very typical marketing funnel. Nothing fancy, nothing broken, just underperforming. At the top of the funnel, you've got awareness content, videos, posts, maybe a blog. People are finding it, they're engaging, they're sticking around long enough to prove interest. So awareness isn't the problem. Now the next stage of the funnel, you send people to a website and the website looks fine. Clear branding, decent copy, everything technically works. But here's the issue. When a potential customer lands there, nothing tells them what this page is for. There are multiple links, multiple calls to action, multiple options. Each one is reasonable, but together they create hesitation. So instead of moving forward, people browse, they click around, they skim, they leave. Not because they don't like what they saw, but because the funnel didn't decide for them. Now let's move one step further down the funnel. Let's say you do have a call to action, something like get in touch or learn more, maybe book a call. Again, not wrong, but ask yourself this: what decision is that step actually supporting? Is it helping someone understand the problem better? Is it reducing uncertainty? Is it helping them feel confident enough to take action? Or is it asking them to jump too far too soon? Because this is where a lot of funnels quietly break down. They go from interest straight to commitment, and most people aren't ready for that. So, how do you repair this? You don't add more content. You resequence the journey inside the funnel. You decide what this stage of the funnel is for. For example, instead of book a call, the next step might be see how this works. Watch a short walkthrough, understand the approach. And now the decision is smaller, safer, and easier to say yes to. Let's keep going. A potential customer takes that step. They watch, they read, they understand. Confidence builds. Now and only now, a stronger CTA makes sense because you've earned it. You didn't force momentum, you built it. You see this particularly well in products that reduce complexity early. Notion is a good example. They don't explain everything up front. They guide you into action. Templates, defaults, clear starting points. You're not overwhelmed, you're carried. And that feeling of being carried rather than convinced is what most underperforming funnels are missing. There's also a cost to not fixing this, and it's rarely talked about. Stalled funnels don't just lose conversions, they erode confidence internally. Your teams start questioning the offer, the messaging, the channel mix. But the issue isn't any of those things, it's the lack of movement. And we've all experienced the opposite too. Strong content followed by a vague next step. A confident message followed by a generic call to action. Nothing bad enough to complain about, just enough friction to stop momentum. If you want to repair an underperforming funnel, don't start with tactics. Start with one question: what decision is this step meant to support? If you can't answer that clearly, neither can the user. Each stage should do one job: create awareness, build understanding, reduce uncertainty, support a decision. When stages blur, overlap, or compete, momentum collapses. This is why funnels don't exist in isolation. They rely on clear positioning, consistent brand experience, and intentional audience targeting. When those are aligned, funnels don't need forcing, they flow. And when they're misaligned, no amount of optimization fixes the core issue. So, if your marketing funnel isn't working, don't add more. Restore momentum, remove friction, guide the decision. Funnels don't fail because people aren't interested. They fail because people aren't sure what to do next. That's how you repair and reignite an underperforming marketing funnel. Now, for more videos just like this one, make sure you subscribe for new videos coming every Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you on the next one.